Welcome to another edition of YatlifeChronicles, where we are better together. It's simple. We have a friend of mine, man, long-time friend of mine, man. We have Coach Tone from Arthur Hill, you know, one of who have, you've been coaching Chris for how long?
4 years.
Been coaching Chris for 4 years at Arthur Hill. So if anybody know my nephew game, it's him. You know what I'm saying? Cause he the one developing, you know what I'm saying? So man, at the end of the day, man, we here at his open house, man. How was he just as a player, man? You know, tell him how was he as a player off the court and on the court, because I know it's some things, you know, that y'all went through as, you know, a coach and player. And coaching players go through things, you know. So how was it just dealing with him on the court and off the court?
I'm going to be honest with you, man. We never had off the court issues. So what I'm going to start out saying, he was respectable. He followed the rules.
Right.
He was academically strong.
Right.
So that wasn't an issue on the court.
Or off the court.
On the court, he was quick. He's aggressive. He does some things that people don't understand, but I understand it. So basically what I'm going to say, he do some things that I wish I could do in terms of he's aggressive.
Right.
So he's aggressive.
Right.
And people look at that and be like, man, what's wrong with it? Nothing. He's aggressive. So we start calling him Young Ron Artest.
Young Ron Artest.
Young Ron Artest.
Big bully.
Artest.
Yeah.
That's his name, Artest. Because, I mean, he gonna give you everything on the court.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
it might be fluctuated with.
It fluctuates, yeah.
Yeah.
And we know, you know what I'm saying, my nephew, he can get emotional at times, and he deal with a lot of things on the court in emotional ways, you know. And I always try to teach him how to school them emotions to obedience, because I also want him to know how to school those emotions to obedience in life.
Absolutely.
You know, so right, so he can also have them characteristics and habits on the court and off the court.
Right.
And why is it so important, man, for kids to just have that mental discipline off the court as well as on the court?
See, people judge character on the court by your actions. See, but here's what I got to say, because I disagree with a lot of things people judge the basketball player out. Because you can teach a pit bull to bite, but you can't tell him who to bite. So you can't you can't tell me, you know what I'm saying, you want me to attack.
Right, but you ain't telling me who to bite. Right, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
So
I get that philosophy.
Either you want a pit bull or a fool.
And my nephew a pit bull. At the end of the day.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
So
And my
I'm gonna keep
nephew
it
a
a
pit
buck.
bull.
We on here, we gonna keep it a buck.
You know, he a pit bull, and my twins, they pulled up on me again. They bothering me. Y'all go find your mama, please, while I do this interview. All right. But,
so my thing is, Chris was a pit bull, and people tried to tell him who to bite. Can't tell a pit bull. So if you teach the pit bull to bite, he might bite the mailman. He might bite your cousin.
right.
Can't tell him who to bite.
You can't tell him who to bite. And, you know, he did a lot of growing over the 11th grade.
Oh, absolutely.
He did, because he went from, because he's actually 6'7",
6'8".
He's 6'8", right, because he had grew 3 inches over the summer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to talk to you about, man, some of the adversities with the team this year, man. You know, and your coaching, man. What were some of the big adversities, not just with my nephew, but just with the team as a whole, man, and trying to push them forward, man, and get to the wins that y'all need?
I think we underachieved a little bit in some instances. We had a really good summer. We climaxed during the summer. The expectations was high, but we're dealing with high school kids. You know what I mean? From a day-to-day standpoint, it may be 4 on the same page and 2 ain't on the same page.
Right.
In order for a car to work, everything gotta
Right,
work.
all the mechanics gotta be working together.
Gotta be going together.
The whole machine gotta be working
And
together.
if one thing not working,
And the whole car ain't working.
now I mean, hitting the gas, like, what is it? You know what I
Right.
mean? So we had some ups and downs, but overall, I think we accomplished what we wanted to accomplish. We made it to the championship for the district.
Yeah.
Of course, we would have liked to go on further. Chris didn't get to participate with us in the district game, but I mean, that's either here or there.
Yeah.
First of all, I wanted them to learn to be productive young men. Second of all, I wanted them to understand basketball is just a way of life.
Right.
It's just a way of life.
Right.
Don't use this to think you're going to get rich off of it. Because, I mean, everybody's selected. You know what I mean? So you know if you're going to get rich off of it in the 8th, 7th, 8th grade.
Yeah.
Use it to get your degree, man.
Yeah.
Get something out of this. Just don't use it to say,
Right.
I'm one of the best in the city of Saginaw.
Saginaw, right.
Man, everybody in Saginaw can ball.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, everybody can ball.
And when I took my nephew, when I took him out there in Atlanta, it was a lot of ex-NBA players that was trainers and coaches, and that was their goal, was to get these kids into colleges, work with these kids to get these kids in scholarships and things of that nature. So with your goal and your direction with the kids is that don't try to get rich. Try to get into college, get you a scholarship, and whatever happened after then, happen.
Get your degree, man.
Get your degree first, because the degree is right.
Yeah. See, as a black man, you can get mind manipulated with this basketball thing. I seen it. I mean, my nephew was the number 10 player in the country.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I saw, the direction what happened to him. It can fool you. So I'm like, get your degree. Because once you have that degree, can't nobody take that from you. That's stamped on you. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what? I've been seeing, like, because Day got a degree, Draymond, Dwayne Wade got a degree, and all these boys with their degree. So once they finish their NBA career, now they become TV personalities. You know what I'm saying? And they're able to exercise their degree and things of that nature that they got outside of basketball. So it's very important to get that degree. And like I was talking to my nephew about mental development. Once you go to college, you be able to get that mental development that you need.
Right. And college life is about discipline. And that's what I like to teach my kids about discipline. Because you got to get up at a certain time. You got to manage. It's about management and discipline. Can I get up? Because when you go to college, you got to go to practice. You got to go to do your homework. You want your personal time. And it's all about time management, man. And we got to teach that as men.
Yeah.
As men. Hey, man, no, you got to do this. No, you got to do consistency.
Right.
You got to stay consistent.
Stay consistent. Yeah. And you know what? That's the most winning ingredient.
Yeah.
The best ingredients in winning
is
being consistent. As long as you teach yourself to be consistent, then it becomes a habitual habit for you to keep repeating. How is it, man? How is it trying to compartmentalize social media from the guys on your team, man, and social media, man? And not let the social media be a distraction for them when they at practice. A distraction for them, at different times when, they got to be focused on the game. We got to watch tapes. We got to do this. How hard is it, man, to keep them off of social media?
I don't tell them necessarily not to be on social media.
Right.
But be careful what you put on social media. All high school, all college coaches, all trainers, everybody watch social media and they judge your character off of social media.
Right.
Where an average Joe guy, like, if you don't like what I put on social media, unfriendly. Well, no, because that's judging your character with college coaches. Nowadays, college coaches ain't got to come see you. They can simply look at your social media, Twitter, your Facebook, and film. So everything kind of go hand in hand.
So nowadays, what he's saying is that college coaches ain't even got to pull up on your bumper, basically.
No.
All they got to do is just watch your social media and know what type of person, what type of individual is that they want to do business with. So with the college kids making money in the league and they're being able to be marketed. Now, So how important is that, man, for them to be able to understand contracts, for their dads to be in their life, and for ones around in the family, the accountants and the different things, so the kids won't get signed in these bogus contracts, man. Because now they're taking them right out of high school where they're still a little oblivious to accounting. They're oblivious to mathematician. They're oblivious to contracts and reading contracts. You know, so how important is that, man, to have, you know, not only, you know, you going to college to play ball and play football, basketball, baseball, whatever the case is, but you got to have somebody around you now as to where they got to be in protection of your money. Because now you can make money off the college kids.
See, your circle is important, man, who you have in your circle. Yeah, the NIL thing is different now. Do I agree with NIL? Yes, I do. In the case of fact, University of Michigan with Jalen Rose, Chris Webb, and all that, they made so much money off of their name. But what you have to do is understand your circle got to be tight. You got to understand the direction you're going in, who's for you. Because for so many years, people just use a high school athlete to get their pockets.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's tricky, man. It's real tricky. Yeah, and the farther you go up, the trickier it gets. So somebody might tell you, God, I'm gonna do for Chris, I'll give you $5,000. But in actuality, they make it $25,000. Exactly. So you have to really be careful about how they situation about trust, about who you know, the language. You gotta listen to it, man. You gotta be real keen and listen to what's going on.
So we have the Saginaw Hill, our Saginaw and our Hill closing soon. So the football, basketball rivalry is gonna be soon done.
Football's already, they combined football already.
Football combined already, so basketball is next. So how does that work with the different coaching jobs and the different coaches coming from Arthur Hill, and will y'all be working together?
I'm not sure. I can't answer that question. I don't have no knowledge. But I mean, I don't have a problem with you. I'm sure you don't have a problem with me. If we have to do it
together,
I'm cool with that. I think that it needs to be done today. I think with the numbers we have in the school diminishing, we just need it now. And when they combine, it's gonna be a powerhouse.
I was just telling my nephew that they gonna have a powerhouse.
Now talent won't be at the high calls. We'll get all the ingrown talent, you know what I mean? What's in the city, stay in the city.
So honestly, now with the schools, the high schools combining, guys gonna have some raw talent to be on the team now.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you got nothing but competition, man. That's gonna be in that gym. The guys that it's gonna have to be raw talent now. It's gonna be harder to get on the team now. But in the same sense, that bring out the best of these guys' potential. You know, when they're around other good players, when they're around players that bring out the best in them.
Absolutely. I just think you have to want it, man. And wanting it is a gut thing. You gotta go hard for it. You can't talk about it, you gotta be about it.
You gotta be about it.
And like I said, it goes back to one of the things I said earlier, and that's about being disciplined. If it takes you to get up at 5 in the morning and do a workout, and if it takes you to go back at 9, 12, 2, 3, but you do different things, you know what I mean? And I think the best workout, a lot of people like training, but the best workout is with yourself. That's what Kobe did. Kobe had that mama mentality.
Yeah, the best workout is by yourself. Because what you done did, you done trained your mind to get up and be active on your own. I don't need Coach Tone telling me you did your workout. How many shots you put up today? Did you hit the weight pit and this and that? Instead, I'm doing it on my own.
Absolutely.
So when you see guys like that in your camp, on your team, when you see guys like that, how do you look at them versus the guys that you do have to tell what to do?
Well, I try to tell them to pull each other up.
Right.
Keep pulling each other up, because we ultimately in it together. Keep pulling each other up, man. Don't fail each other. Even if you just teaching them a little something. So if I teach you a little something, then eventually the wheel will spin. So now I teach you, you teach him, you teach you, you teach. So everybody try to get
each one teach one.
Yeah.
And that's how it is. And like I said, so Tom, how long you been a coach, man?
I've been coaching for 25 years.
25 years.
Yeah. So one of my players, Elvis Mackle, I was his dad coach. I coached Markel Martin. I coached his uncles, a few of his people. So I've been around.
So we got this is Saginaw legend right here, y'all.
I've been here, man.
This is Saginaw legend. Where did you start at, man? What was your first coaching job?
I started at Emerson Elementary.
Emerson Elementary. Shout out to Emerson Elementary.
And I went there.
And you went there. So then you left Emerson, went to...
I went to Arthur and I coached the freshmen.
Okay.
Coached the freshmen. I coached the freshmen at Arthur for about 4 years, and I coached the JV. Because I was up for the job as the varsity coach. I didn't get it after the JV stint. I went to Carlton. I did that for 5 years. I left Carlton. Then some family things started going on with my dad passing, my mother-in-law passing. Then Coach Lawrence over at Henry wanted me to coach at Central. It was Central at the time. So 2 years I did Central. Then it became Ruben Daniels and I did that for 5. I had Dorian Dawkins, I had Eric Davis, I had Liddell Simon. I had some studs over there.
Right.
It was a well-oiled machine over there. Then I went to the Hill, coached under McNabb.
Okay, yeah.
For 2 years. Then I got back out of it again. And then the job became available. It's been a long run.
Right.
I don't know where I'm at with it mentally, but I enjoy doing it.
And then I wanted you to kind of like, because a lot of these kids growing up in Saginaw, you know, don't have a father. You know, their father either dead in prison. I'm sure about you being a coach 25 years, you know, you look at some of these guys' life as to where you had to step up and be like the father figure and a coach. Tell us a little bit about that, man, how you had to put on 2 masks, you know what I'm saying, in one teammate's, you know what I'm saying, player's life when they don't have a father or a mother, or, you know, just with their grandmother or whatever. But Coach Tone fills in that role of that father figure role, that bigger brother role, as far as helping to build them up. And not just being a basketball coach to them, but being a life coach to them as well. So, Tone, we want to kind of talk to you about that, man. How, you know, putting on those 2 different masks, man, and trying to teach a player. Can you give us an incident, man, where you had a player, you know what I'm saying, that you really had to be there, like as a father figure or dad figure in their life, as well as the coach?
Well, I don't have a particular incident, but what I want to talk about is how I do each one of them different. I never treat none of them the same. So my availability, one of the biggest things I try to have for them is I'm available. So if you need to talk on the phone, if you need a ride, if you need to study, if I got something that I can connect you with.
And so, this is a good dude, man. I didn't mean to cut you off, because when he said that, he's a genuine man, he's caring, he's very endearing. Because my nephew, he done been places like, man, I'm waiting on my Uncle Coach Tone to come pick me up. And Tone be picking him up from everywhere, man. You know what I'm saying? But Tone has been there, man. Tone be there for these kids, man. And Tone help uplift them, man. And just help them reach some type of prosperity in their life. But go ahead, finish what you said.
And it just being available, man. Even with my own kids, I don't have to give them no money. And one of the biggest things that I feel is for a man to a young man is time. Just can't get time back. You can get a lot of money.
Yeah, but you can't get time back.
You can't get time back. So I try to give them time. I try to give them wisdom. And what I tell you Monday might not apply to you Tuesday, but it may apply to you 5 years from the Monday I told you.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to really just breathe on it the best way I can. You know, some make it, some don't. But I never threw a kid in the trash and said,
right, you done with them.
Yeah, I never.
So you never got to that point where you just be like, man, I'm done with you, man. Don't come back to the gym no more. You know what, man? That's a lot of. You have a lot of patience. You have a lot of patience. You have a lot of discipline, and you have a lot of determination to keep steady trying with this kid, but this kid is doing the antithesis of everything that Tone's trying to get him to do. But Tone, you constantly be patient with him. You constantly trying to take this kid to the next level. You know, talking to whoever you gotta talk to just to get through to them. Because sometimes it's not all the ways you're not gonna be able to get through to all the kids. So sometimes you have to use different avenues in order to get to them mentally.
And that's what it's all about. It's called coaching.
It's called culture. You know what I'm saying? It's called culture. Yeah, so, man, before we get out of here, man, the name of my show is YatlifeChronicles. The theme of my show is We're Better Together Than Separated, man. Can you give me some of your thoughts on that before we get out of here?
Man, that's what we need, man. We need somebody to inject into our youth, stay consistent with them, and let them know it's a better way, man. Also, I want to give a big shout out to my boy Darvin.
Big shout out to D-Ham, New Lakers coach, man.
Heck of a guy, man. I'm older than D-Ham, but he always teaching me. We always putting our ideas together, bouncing them off each other, man. So I just want to big up Darvin.
Direct. Hey, and somebody was asking me the other day, they say, man, you remember we used to play with Darvin? I say, man, I ain't never played no basketball with Darvin. They say, man, we used to play on 11th Street, on 11th and Ansley, on that milk crate. We used to call it the Dust Bowl in the yard. Right. And D-Ham used to be over there, man. And a guy, a friend of mine, man, brought my mind back, you know. But, man, congratulations to Darvin Ham, man, on this prosperity, man, on this journey as the Lakers' new coach. Also, much prosperity to you on your journey, you know what I'm saying, as you study teaching these boys and coaching these boys to win. So, you on IG, Tom?
Yeah.
What's your Instagram?
Oh, I don't have my IG. No, I don't have no
Instagram, Facebook?
Facebook, man. Tone Davis.
Tone Davis, Facebook. Yeah. All right, then you know, on YouTube, Yacht Life Chronicles. Fortitude Yacht Life Facebook, Yacht Life 1976 on Instagram. And once again, this is another edition of Yacht Life Chronicles, where we are better together than separated. Thank you for tuning in.